I thought I'd seen everything when it came to HOA drama, but Karen Whitmore proved me wrong. As the self-appointed president of our Sunset Ridge Homeowners Association, she had turned neighborhood management into her personal kingdom. What started as a simple landscaping dispute ended with her demanding I pay her personal electric bill, and calling 911 when I refused. It all began 3 months ago when I moved into this supposedly peaceful suburban neighborhood. The houses were beautiful, the lawns pristine, and the HOA fees seemed reasonable. What I didn't realize was that Karen had been running the association like her own miniature dictatorship for the past 5 years, with little to no oversight from other board members, who had long since surrendered to her iron-fisted control. The first red flag came the very first week. Karen appeared at my door holding a massive 3-inch binder, her so-called enhanced HOA guidelines. Dressed in pressed khakis and a bright polo shirt, clipboard in hand, she smiled the brittle smile of someone used to obedience. As you'll see in section 12.4, she said, flipping pages like a lawyer in court, lawn maintenance must be performed every Saturday between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. I personally inspect every yard on Sunday mornings. I frowned. The original HOA covenants don't mention any specific time. Her smile tightened. Well, I've improved upon those outdated documents. My revisions are for the betterment of the community. I should have realized then that I was dealing with someone who confused authority with ownership. The trouble started when I hired a licensed landscaping company to install native drought-resistant plants, perfectly legal, environmentally friendly, and compliant with city codes. The next morning, Karen stormed across the street, red-faced and trembling with indignation. "What do you think you're doing?" she barked. "Those plants are not on the approved list." I calmly showed her the HOA covenant that allowed native species. "These poppies and lavender bushes meet every requirement," I said. "Those covenants are old," she snapped. "I've written new landscaping guidelines requiring prior approval. You'll have to replace them with HOA-approved grass." "Show me where those new guidelines were legally adopted," I said. Karen's eyes narrowed. "I am the HOA board." That was the moment I realized how deep her delusion went. Over the following weeks, the harassment escalated. Violation notices appeared on my door almost daily, my trash cans were visible for 31 minutes, my curtains were the wrong shade of white, and my driveway was improperly reflective. Each bogus citation came with fabricated fines that grew higher every time. I ignored them, and that drove her mad. Then came the electric bill. One afternoon, I opened my mailbox to find a statement from Pacific Gas and Electric, in Karen's name, totaling $437.62. A sticky note read, "Your noncompliance has forced me to work extra hours managing your violations. You owe me for the additional electricity used in my home office." I actually laughed out loud. The sheer audacity was breathtaking. When I confronted her, Karen didn't even blink. Wearing rubber gloves and holding a spray bottle, she declared, "Your defiance forced me to spend countless hours researching penalties. My energy consumption has tripled. Payment is due in 10 days or I'll pursue legal action." "Karen," I said slowly, "you can't bill homeowners for your personal utility costs." Her expression hardened. "We'll see about that." She slammed the door. 2 days later, sirens echoed down the street. A police cruiser stopped in front of my house, with Karen trailing behind it like a proud general. The officers approached. "We received a report of theft of services," one said. Karen jumped in. "He owes me $437.62 in legally mandated fees." The officers stared. "He owes you personally?" "Yes," she said. "For administrative electricity usage." They exchanged looks of disbelief. The older one sighed. "Ma'am, refusing to pay your power bill isn't a crime. This isn't theft, it's a civil matter. If you file another false report, you could face charges for misuse of emergency services." Karen's face went crimson. She glared at me with pure hatred as the officers left, muttering something about ungrateful residents. But that humiliation didn't stop her. It only fueled her obsession. The next week brought a new flood of violations. Aggressive landscaping choices that intimidate neighbors. Outdoor furniture not emotionally harmonious with community aesthetics. Driveway reflecting sunlight in a disruptive manner. The fabricated fines soared into the thousands. When I ignored them, she called 911 again, this time claiming I was destroying community property values through malicious noncompliance. The same officers arrived, visibly annoyed. "Ma'am, we've been over this," one said. "You cannot call emergency services because you dislike someone's plants." That was the moment I decided enough was enough. I compiled every notice, every text, every photo she'd taken from her porch. Then I filed formal complaints with the State Department of Real Estate and the local police for harassment and unauthorized HOA actions. I also mailed certified letters to every homeowner detailing her behavior, complete with a copy of the electric bill demand. The response was OV.